The jungle-dwelling elves known as Ukajay are enigmas to most outsiders and bear many different reputations among the cultures that have come into contact with them. To the masters of the Magambe in the academic city of Nantabu, Ukajay are an ancient and respected civilization of scholars who sometimes venture from their homes to teach students or to bring rare seeds to the university's libraries. To the scattered tribes of the Moange jungle, Ukajay are mysterious and implacable guardians of the jungles and are viewed with awe and superstition in equal measures. To capitalistic organizations such as the Aspis Consortium, Ukajay are a fearsome foe, well known for their furious attack on Aspis slavers, such as the infamous massacre of Whitebridge Station. Yet, to all who know of them, Ukajay are warriors first and foremost, standing ready to fight against an unknown darkness from an ancient time.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Age of Ashes the Age of Ashes AP, the Pathfinder 2nd Edition, our little podcast called the Elven Portal, where several dwarves have come down a mountain. Well, you know the story by now. If you haven't, well, you should go back to the beginning. I recommend the podcast actually over the video because I was looking at it, like, oh, I recently interviewed somebody that, just starting out in the live world, and we hadn't recorded it properly, and I had to take a live feed from Twitch that we just shot and re-record it, and it completely mulched our video and some of the audio, and it's like, wow, no wonder, the viewership dropped from episode 1 to episode 2 and beyond because of our baby steps. But we've come a long way. Tonight, in the continent of Gurundi, on the fantasy world of Galorian, deep in the heart of the Mwangi Expanse jungles, a ancient elven tribe, a people known as the Ukajay elves, who are mysterious in their ways and making of dinner garnishes like peppers and dance competitions and such, have tasked our heroes with solving a bit of a mystery. They have found a common enemy in the strange cultists that had once invaded our now proudly owned Hell Knight Keep, because we have the deed and patent pending. And these not very nice cultists that are swarming one part of the jungle have found a way to magically strike these poor elves blind if they wander too close to their territory. We know they're up to no good. So our brave dwarven sorcerer, our Ignavic Elven Ranger, our convenient Dwarven Fighter, our nothing better to do Niles the Cleric of Big CC human, who just thinks that the whole show is like one long weekend, and our convenient Goblin for pop and play, have all decided to venture forth into something we're going to call exploration mode. So I call your attention to the main viewing screen. Well, at least for those of you that aren't suffering the imagination copter. We're going to pull up the jungle. And you guys have been sketched out like a little wee map of the area that you must travel to. Sort of, please head east, head southeast, or head south. Where the portal is, you came through in a ruined temple directly 1 hex to the south. Where the river is by itself, several hexes to the south, that travels like right across the bottom of your map. And sort of a grove or a possible village area across the river where a human tribe known as the Elephant People reside. Now, the UKJ never called them allies, but they certainly don't say that they're hostile. They're, they're neutral. They have their space, we have ours, that type of thing. There's, some kind of the jungle's big enough for both of us kind of thing going on. Possibly a little trade. We had left off with the reappearance of our wayward Elven Ranger, who hasn't been cleared of all charges of arsenic poisoning on 2 of our members. No. Perhaps we'll get into that tonight. Perhaps not. She returns with a small UKJ hunting party, which she now explains to be a scouting party.
Albrick, I thought you guys were going to go with me to look for Dieter and Sprockets. I couldn't find you guys before we left.
Oh, yes. Sorry about that. We haven't been feeling ourselves a bit lately. Seems some of the food that these elves here serve contains some things that are known to give most of the mortal races death indigestion.
You sure it was the food and not the drink?
6 of one, half dozen of the other, lass.
Well, we didn't have any luck locating Dieter and Sprockets. Are you guys up to going off and doing what we're supposed to be doing?
Right, I suppose now's as good a time to start as any.
Okay.
Well, let me tighten my bootstraps and get ready to go.
And he does, and it's all kinds of plumber crack, and everybody just there was crap encroaching, ready to strike in the jungle, and Buddy bends over with a whole bunch of dwarven plumber crack, and you just see bushes like snap together, like the leaves just kind of go like something
scurry away.
Raina just cowers.
Yeah. No, I told you this dwarf it'd be handy, very helpful on the jungle. So
You've been thunderstruck.
Oh no. There's just too much I could do with that comment. Too much I could do with it. Oh, the jokes, I'm overwhelmed. No, please.
Oh, that's what I call riding the lightning.
Oh, that was one of them. That was one of them.
Ooh.
That was one of them. So
Right then, so Lassie, I hope you don't mind if I'm going to defer to you. To be honest, I spent very little time in a jungle. I spent very little time outside of a pub, to be frank. So, I hope you don't mind if I kind of let you lead the way. I know what we're tasked to do. Feel free to call on my expertise at any time. But I'll be following your lead here.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
And so, we enter exploration mode. As a party, as players, as opposed to characters, because you guys literally,
Cue Indiana Jones adventure music.
I do, actually, I do have, now that you're in the jungle, I can, crank up the jungle music now that you're on, ground floor a little, so thanks for that. So, you guys want to strike out. Do you want to head, your choices are...
No, laddie, we want to hit a home run.
Well, if you want to run home, you can go south to the temple.
No, I don't want to go back through that portal with the freaking fire beast until we're ready to deal with it.
Okay. So which way do you guys wish to go? Where shall I peel and reveal our map? So let's zoom in a little bit. Did you guys want to book it for the river? Did you guys want to just strike off to the east? Did you guys want to go familiar ground, backtrack to the temple that you came in with the portal and go beyond?
Well, I'm sure the elves pointed us in the direction that they go blind in, right?
Yep. East, southeast, and south. We are good if we go north, northwest, or west.
Good. Well, don't we want to go deal with this cultist nonsense?
So we want to go southwest or...
Yeah.
Why don't we go and follow the river?
Sure. What she said.
Okay.
Is it the river a bear?
So again, pretty much 2 of those 3 directions, you will hit the, as long as south is part of your compass, be it south or southeast, you will smack into the river. And since the river bends, both cardinal directions will take you there in about 3 or 4 hexes. So without going east, You guys want to go south? Or do you guys want to go southeast? Or, pick a hex. You guys are literally at the base of the, in the Akravel jungle one. So there's a border, Where do you want to clear?
I guess south.
Okay. Leading us south to the already cleared hex. But now you guys can actually clear it by searching it, constantly detecting magic, exploring, sneaking, scouting. There's a lovely core rulebook page, 479, that talks about hundreds of things. Oh, okay, lots of things. Defending, avoiding notice. Follow the expert if you have like somebody that's, wants to track or whatever. Scouting, searching, hustling, to go fast. Investigating, to, look at every plant leaf. You can do this on the whole as a party, or you guys can each pick a task, but the party will travel as slow as the slowest task.
Right. So I'd say go for the half your speed, and then that opens up quite a few options for us. Like I can tour along detecting for magic.
Mm-hmm.
I can scout ahead and behind.
Okay. And that leaves... Yeah, go ahead.
I can do any tracking, see if there's anything that doesn't belong as we go along.
Yep.
And I want to send Reyna out like in a circle around us.
Yep. So,
I can join Alethea on her tracking.
okay. So searching, investigating is pretty much like they're similar, but if you guys want to, basically you're looking for signs of passage is your focus. Searching for tracks or, investigating trails, foreset tracks. That's what the two of you are doing. Al is lighting up the night with his augmented reality, because it really only appears to Al, right? He keeps claiming...
I'm playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he keeps claiming that certain mushrooms growing on certain sizes of trees are magical, but he consumes them faster than anyone can see if he's legit. Which leaves Niles. Contribute, drunkard.
Contribute. Yeah, it's called drink. Drink at half speed.
He keeps our cups full. That's enough.
Well, speaking about hydration,
We have lots of that.
Don't try to give the water boy another job.
Now that you're at ground level, now being in the jungle, there is almost near constant precipitation and bugs and heat and the humidity. The humidity.
Give it all.
I don't like it here.
Where Al has to be humble. He's just sharing secret parts of his life and his guilt as he goes along.
Can I cancel detecting magic and start just like have a permanent ray of cold going on just to lower the ambient temperature in the air? Just constantly cast just freeze spots around us as we go.
Is it a cantrip that you can do all day?
It is 100% a cantrip.
Okay. Which gets us into suffering. After 4 hours of these conditions, you guys will begin suffering from fatigue.
But what if we've got jungle AC?
Which brings me to Joe. Before I start making rulings on this stuff, I do like that idea. This is not going to help our scouts, though. But if you're if you're laying the ground behind, you're going to cover up tracks, right? So it's like you and Niles hitting cold behind the dwarf and the elf, keeping them cool from behind while their eyes are forward, sort of a 60 degree to the right and a 60 degree to the left, shoulder to shoulder, looking for tracks. Our ranger's kind of leading us. And the goblin and the wolf keep popping up. You just see the bush line. You ever see those, the Jurassic Park movies where in the field, you just see the lines of foliage rustling in almost like you almost can picture the shark fins coming at you. Right. Yeah. So between Reyna the wolf and the goblin, crisscrossing in and out of the party, heading behind us.
The goblin with the deer skull
on
his head. You're just, instead of the shark fin, you get the little antlers coming up through the tall grass.
Look like a freaking jackalope.
Yeah. Look, dinner cousin, Pops up, you see an angry little green face. Nope. Goes back down. You know. Dun 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 dun. Land shark. Right.
Oh, dude, we got to get you a periscope.
At one point, he's riding the wolf for like her speed and his
Antlers.
yeah. Well, he's just holding his horse chopper in front of him, you know, like the would-be machete, and they just part the shoo. Look,
You may take our land, but you will never take our freedom.
Oh, look, Althea has made a friend
Please, no.
of everybody in the group. your wolf companion bombs. Bonds with the psychotic goblin. So, one day, one hex. What is the good news? Joe, let's talk about fatigue. Is there any kind of saving throw? Because I read this recently and I could not find anything. And the funny thing is they talk about taking damage because of it. And they say, look at the chart. But again, the chart didn't say anything about the actual damage you take.
Because it's not damage,
And he goes robotic. What a wonderful time.
technically. Oh, did I?
Yeah, kill your video. Watch. We need to hear you, oh wise one.
Oh, okay. But yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Oh, wise one. Yeah, you don't need to see my ugly face. But yeah, it's there is no damage actually. Instead, you take a -1 penalty, status penalty, to AC and saving throws.
Okay.
That's it.
Fatigue has stages. This repeats and gets worse every other 4 hours.
Nope. Once you're fatigued, the only way you can recover from fatigue is getting a full night's rest.
Okay, so you guys are just under the weather. That's not so bad.
Yep.
-1
Not so bad.
everything.
-1 AC is done.
So
You're fine.
can either choose to probably like camp before we do another hex, or we do another hex while fatigued.
Well, here's the thing: is because of our speed that you guys are like searching and everything, right? You guys can really search because you're not just crossing a hex; you are going all around, like you are clearing it. You are searching the entire hex, right? Friend, foe,
Yeah.
treats, more mushrooms.
Totally.
Yeah. It takes you a day to do 2 hexes, but if you guys are going to search, do the half speed thing, you get 1 hex per day.
I'll take it.
So, thoroughly investigating the hex that I've already shown with the portal, you guys get much more intel on just a straight beeline where the elves took you from said portal ruins straight here. Alethea, Reyna, no signs of the
Foul play
no
involving blindness.
no, well, not yet, but our missing druid who got picked up
Oh,
by a
okay.
gorilla and ran off. Unfortunately, 24 hours in the jungle with mud and rain or whatever.
What were their names again? Like Pixie and something?
Eater and Sprockets.
Dieter, the rat folk druid, and Sprockets,
Sprockets.
the gorilla companion. So, but I will have. Can I have a survival check from the both of you, or is it perception in this one? Damn, I can't remember. To find the tracks, because I think it's just survival to find and go with them. While I add the fatigue condition to every character, so that you guys won't forget when you do your rolls. And you're fatigued. And
Yeah, well, we're not fatigued yet. We get to act for 4 hours.
you guys have been here for 2 days. I was supposed
Oh,
to.
just in the just being in the jungle period, like being
Yeah.
in town, we got no
Yeah.
shelter from the fatigue.
No, I've been nice, dude. It's like this is not.
So
this is not-
okay, so our good night's rest. We start the day. We strike out. We start fatigued.
No. You guys want to know your results, right? We search for the day. I'm giving you the end of day results. You've searched the temple square because remember, so instead of cutting through, now that you guys have searched the entire hex
I
of
see
the
what
temple.
you're saying.
Yeah,
I see what
yeah,
you're saying.
right?
I would just argue that at least part of our searching, we're not going to be penalized because we won't be fatigued until we've done the 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
We don't just walk out there and it's like, oh, we're fatigued. Our searches are going to suffer for that right off the bat.
No,
But
no.
And
that's the way you want to roll it. I will not argue.
I don't
was
know.
just-
Stepping out into like 90% humidity, like at the beginning of
Okay.
a day, kind of does feel like that. You just
None of you turn up any results. The only rules I've asked for are from our 2 footprint searchers, because the only thing that's run through here of any interest, as far as you know, would be our missing gorilla.
It's just monkey feet prints.
Right. And I was slowly fatiguing those two last. So what are your survival?
10?
Yeah.
13.
Okay. No sign of gorilla or sprockets. Now, you've not met either character, but they're described to you in great detail by our elf as far as their gait, you know, what the track would be, blah, blah, blah. Little tiny...
Matt.
Yeah.
Trust me, you will not miss that.
Al, do you need to do a detect magic roll?
Well, he has been. That was his forte, right?
There is no roll for detect magic. I just do.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
find an item, they'll be like...
It'll ping. A magical trap would ping. Anything magic would ping.
Right.
As
You're
long
right.
as I come into range of it, right?
So with no, like I said, as Matt pointed out, with no penalties until we get going, if it takes you the day, so let's say, you know, a 8 to 12 hour march, several 4-hour periods, to do the entire hex, you guys would only be a third in, and then we get into that, well, is that most of it? Is it worth the penalty?
Well, one of the other penalties of fatigue is you can no longer engage in the exploration activities. So that's why I was saying
Really?
I don't see how we could be we can't really be penalized for doing it when we can't do it.
Okay.
So our days are 4 hours long.
There's got to be something we're missing here. Like I see,
Unless there's a way to combat it, or unless maybe you get used to it after a while.
All right. Well, here's the thing. I will, as long as you can keep the AC going, I'll allow fort saves. And at least you have a chance to combat it. Because like I said, the way these rules are written, it's just kind of a 4 hours. What's the temperature? You know, we're looking at this stuff on, I think it's like page 508. Bring you guys up to speed with me here.
For exploration? Or for...
No, for,
Yeah,
for
4
the,
hours,
for the fatigue.
and then you're tired, and then you can't do any exploration activities. That's weird.
Yep, which means you can still march, though. Just means you can't search for 8 hours. You
Yeah.
can search for 4 hours.
Okay.
So does that mean we have to spend 2 days per hex to clear it?
That would be correct, but then we have to stay every night in one hex.
Which you guys were going to do anyway because of our slowed movement while searching.
Yeah.
It kind of doubles back on itself.
So yeah, I would say that basically how it's going to work is each hex is going to be
A day.
like our search of the hex will be 4 hours, sleep, 4 hours, move on to the next hex, sleep, 4 hours, sleep, 4 hours, move on to the next hex. And that works to still get it done in a day, but we're breaking it up with the night.
And you totally set up the AC for our camp too, so we sleep comfortable.
Yeah, we'll always have a big rock nearby and I'll just chill the crap out of it.
Yeah.
But you can't stay up all night keeping it cold because, like I said,
No.
the heat warms said rock. You're dealing with like serious oven bakeness. But magic of coal is nothing to sneeze at. Okay, so the end of our first day, okay, you guys do the sort of loop around, and you have been given mosquito netting and pup tents to keep away the bugs and precipitation by the elves. And you need to set up camp somewhere. Now, whether you're in the ruins, I give you +2. Whether someone, like something like the mosquito netting, could possibly also, like equipment bonus, give said +2. I'd even go so far as saying Matt's cold, +2. But it is very specific about things not stacking
Yes.
in this. So if we ever rip the netting or lose it, you know, Matt always has a way to keep that +2 going. So might I suggest our best...
Using the ruins?
Well, like I said, we don't have stackable bonuses. If you guys just want to be on solid ground for better footing, because there's nothing here about being on the edge of a hex. If you guys would rather stay near a structure, that's fine.
Yeah, that way Matt doesn't have to use the coal, and we don't have to use the mosquito netting either.
Well, you need the netting either
Well,
way.
I mean, we will need the netting.
These are open.
Oh,
These are
okay.
open walls.
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying is, if you guys can think of any advantage, you get a +2 to your survival check. But unfortunately, they don't stack because it's hard to. Yeah, there's only so much advantage one can get. So, with abundant advantage between our walking refrigerator, the ruins, and the handy dandy mosquito netting, which Stefan Okark is just wearing as a poncho. Like, you know, I'll carry this, right? You get bug
Drapes it over top of
Yeah,
his-
bug protection 24/7,
Ooh,
man.
I'm a ghost.
We just got to pick a spot in the hex kind of thing?
Well, no, it's kind of relevant. You know, it's all good. So
Okay.
you guys are inside hex. Magic, yes, the portal pings, Matt.
Okay.
Okay, fatigued or no, you catch that. But you don't really get a sense in this jungle, Miss Ranger, or anyone, or scouts, about being followed, eyes on, or being stalked by any predator. We're too many in number, smell weird, you know what I mean? Because also, again, like a predator will look for something like what I like to call as loose prey. You know what I mean?
The low-hanging fruit.
Yeah. The antlers that are separated from the party, or what the hell is that smell? Right? But then it's got to figure out what the hell it is, right? Like, if there's no goblins here, it has no idea what that smell is. It knows what a wolf smells like, but again and again and again, right? So, caution versus how hungry something is. But meat is still meat. Anyway, all that aside, I would suggest our best survivalist hit the DC to make a suitable campsite, and a couple of you can aid another with a DC of 20. And if you guys...
I have a +9 for survival.
Okay.
Well, there's one of them. Boom. Who else has survival? I don't think I do anyways.
I do, and mine's +7.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can assist as well.
Okay. Do you want to take...
So
All right,
step and take the lead.
I'll roll.
Yeah. Nothing
Roll
like an
in
elf on the...
20.
So,
Can you do that roll in secret though?
Oh, no.
Because we need to not meta and know if we critically succeed or fail.
well, in the morning. Yeah. He's...
Actually, yeah, maybe that's one you should do for us and just use the
Or you
bonus.
can just drop it in the box.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Drop it in the box. What box?
on the fantasy grounds.
You're awful
The
quiet.
little
You're awful
tower, the
quiet
dice
again there,
tower.
Joe.
Oh, the tower,
Yeah.
right.
Throw in the tower for
Oh,
me to
sorry,
see.
the dice tower.
There you go.
Still make your roll.
Okay,
but
so no one sees it but me.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Sounds good.
I saw that.
Wait, huh?
The dice tower in the bottom
right
corner. The little tower.
Oh.
Looks like a rook
Yeah,
checks, please.
just drag your die right into it. Drop it.
There you go. Okay. It's funny because the audience doesn't even get to see these because I have my DM game and the one, and so there's no looking it up on Twitch there, Matt.
The mystery.
And I'll just look it up on Twitch. No, you won't. So I will record. Well, so what Joe's getting at is in the jungle, if you guys are exposed...
Mighty jungle.
Yes, the mighty jungle. If you guys are...
The Lowbrack sleeps tonight. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to have his snoring give you guys penalty.
Weren't we just talking about the low-hanging fruit?
Yeah. He goes for those jokes. Your mosquito netting gets ripped. You're exposed to bugs. You don't have the proper AC. You gotta nudge the Elbrick refrigerator, keep it going. You don't have suitable shelter like tents or the ruins, And if the goblin and the wolf together, buddies forever, ever stop snoring, you guys won't have a full 8-hour restful night. And if you don't have a restful night and keep suffering from fatigue or are exposed to certain, how your what's the word I'm looking for? You get a cold because your immune system is lowered. There are wonderful things like a gaming version of Dysentery and a gaming version of Malaria, all yours for the taking. If you don't
Bring it on.
If you don't get that restful, protected night. So, are we saying Oakhart is our lead?
Yep.
And we were assisting.
Yeah, and at the beginning of the day, I'll dish out my... everybody gets an antidote potion.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
everybody, a little something to start the day.
Oh yeah, you don't have to drink it, but if you feel like you've been, oh no, snake bite. What do I do?
You drink it. It lasts 6 hours and gives you a static +2 bonus. For resisting.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's your breakfast potion.
Tastes kind of like that fluffy candy.
Low bracket tastes like ass, buddy. I don't know what he's talking about.
That's what he calls ass.
No, I was talking about racial favoritism, but yeah, we could talk about Spiegler's taste buds if you want to go there. You might want to check that low brack. Give him like a strawberry and say, "What does this taste like to you?" Then give him something hard and say, "What does this taste like to you?" You want to see if there's any kind of racial preference going on. Like the dwarf gets the minty flavored stuff, and you got
our taste buds are just so completely nuked from our rampant alcoholism.
Yeah, no kidding. So, and now the montage of many days. So we awake. And we don't feel so bad. We are, rested fairly well as far as the weather and everything permits, and we're ready to strike out. Around us are, if you look at the flat edges on the map, are a possibility of 6 directions. Up, angle down, angle left, angle, what it's saying? So which way do you want to go?
Are rangers using the
pause?
We're the ranger. She abandoned us again. You're on your own. That's okay. We've got Oak
Puff of
Steffenhart.
smoke. She's gone. We wake up. She's just gone.
It keeps testing you guys, right?
I was thinking we should go angle bottom left, like southeast, I think.
Bottom right, you mean?
Bottom right.
Down and to the left is southwest.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, if you guys want to be completionists on this map, for the listeners at home, the city is almost up in the top left corner, the top, northwest corner of said map. And I will be so kind as to, we'll say, Alethia's scouting party has, dared to reveal, like a certain amount. Shall that, you know what I mean? Because she was like, oh, we were out scouting and nothing interesting happened, I swear. Right? They were covering ground in the opposite direction because she knew you guys were going. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, not thoroughly searched, but we could say that the upper bank up there is, been looked after. And I'll even be so kind as to say that that her party, has come down to complete this 1 hex here. Okay, so now that leaves us 4 choices. So we got down to the right, which is kind of heading toward the river, more southerly, Any other votes? Motion carried? What do you guys want to do?
I'll follow the leader.
Okay.
I was
dear.
going south towards the river.
Yes, but during your jungle break, there's a new leader. The dwarves are like, oh, we're going this way because we have no... Off they go. No, seriously.
South.
South? Okay.
That's the way I'm going.
Okay.
If they want to go the other way, they can.
Okay. Oh, split the party. Yeah, I like it. Did I mention I finally found out why Joe was so worried about this adventure? Because you guys have a whole day to replenish all your spells and everything. Each encounter that you take in a single day in a single hex is usually extreme. Because they're not kicking open room after room after room after room, doing 10 rooms.
No, I'm not splitting up the party. I'm following. I'm following Alethea. We're going south, lads.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll continue doing our respective roles, searching the jungles.
Okay.
And also, if we are fatigued, then for us spellcasters, if we fail our survival check badly, then we don't get our spells back.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So.
Well, luckily, these guys, all 3 of them hit the DC of 22. So, brushing off the flavor of as well as can be expected because it's not their wrist. You guys do manage to survive a night. You're fairly well rested. Fatigue goes away. You guys replenish your spells. You head off. And 4 hours later, 1/3 of the way into said hex, you feel like crap again. Reinitiating fatigue effects. Let's tie it up here. Yep. Let the goblin and the
So we'll do some more survival checks for me and Alethea.
Well, is there anything else you guys want to do in said hex? We're just sticking to the plan?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yep.
For the tracking.
Yep.
Do you want secret rolls for that as well?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, no. It's not a bad idea. Yeah. Because it would be you don't seem to find a track. Because if you were all shitty and there's tracks there, right? You'd be like, oh, we didn't find anything, so.
Yeah, I kind of like not knowing until you tell me.
Yeah. You don't seem to find any tracks. Okay. So, another day of marching south through...
Winds howling.
Precipitation blowing, humidity closing in. The jungle making so much noise. You can hear the bugs and the chirpy of the birds and everything. It's
No, you can hear a couple dwarves and a human and an elf smashing their way through the underbrush because
Well-
you can't hear the goblin. That's the only one that you don't know is there.
Yeah, as far as tracks, there's that. Like I said, there's that nice 5 foot wide horse chopper, wolf rana ridden path. Shoom. First scouting is a guy like bullets to the edge of the hex, then turns around and starts zigzagging like somebody really bad hired to cut your lawn.
Albrecht, I swear to God, if you don't keep the cold on that grog, I'll slap you silly.
Oh, right. Sorry. The humidity's getting to me, lad.
It's okay. So in other words, instead of like the ground at his boots, he wants you to hit his backpack because you're behind him and he's carrying the beer. Well, you two are we got our scouts, which are running around, right? We have our trackers on the front, which puts Niles and the 2 casters right behind you, keeping the floor cold. Because if they blast the floor, they're going to cover up any tracks. We're not finding any tracks. I don't know, says Albrecht. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. I don't know why you're not finding anything besides frozen vegetation everywhere, right? So kind of have him behind you, right? It's kind of quoted that what I was saying, right? So I thought you literally like looked over your shoulder and went, swear to God, if you don't keep my backpack cold, like.
It's true, though, because that's all he carries is a giant keg.
Yep.
Yeah.
Day 2. Let's have those survival. You guys still want Oak to be the lead because he's our best bet?
Well, it's bongo
Okay.
in the jungle. Well,
Now,
that's all right.
A dwarf is much more at home setting up structured camps. In the middle of nothing with trees, he's having a little trouble. Let's talk about the next day, where we don't feel quite as good. Where some of the night did not go off, quite so great.
Dish out my potions.
Couple of bugs
Oh,
got
I
in.
got a kink in me neck.
Now, I will tell you guys, the first time you guys do succeed a check for our first night in the jungle, you guys get all 40 experience points. So take those down now before I forget.
Woo.
Yeah.
XPs.
Everybody gets XP. Even though
Where do I put that? Notes?
So on your main page,
Yep.
you click the little magnifying glass beside your class and level,
40?
and add 40 to your XP.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Oh my XP is a wonderful number.
What?
My experience points are a wonderful number. 420.
Halfway there.
Yeah.
Almost.
No, he's right in the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Soon, Albrecht. Soon you'll feel the ways. Okay. So.
420, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So we wake up, second day.
And things aren't quite as
And-
wonderful as it's like you guys are getting tired of doing the same stuff.
My neck hurt, my back hurt,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
my
exactly.
booty crack sweat.
Oh, yeah. A lot of that. Okay, I'm going to... So talking about a little bit of fatigue in the jungle, Joe, you want to take it away? Because
Sure.
They-
For our camp?
they
Is
did,
that what
they
you
did, we did not successfully hit the 22.
Okay. So the
close.
critical success is awesome.
Yeah.
Like any critical success.
Yep.
Success is good too. But if we had failure,
Yep.
which means we do not prevent insects, rain, or other unpleasant jungle elements, which we can also be exposed to, see sidebar, for various things.
That would be the dysentery and malaria I
Yeah,
threatened you with.
and then the critical failure, it's whoever set up the camp is an utter mess, and we're exposed to a lot of stuff. See sidebar, and they are fatigued for the next day,
That's terrible.
which means you can't get rid of your fatigue, which means no spells, no hit point regainment, no anything
But that's...
until the next day.
Right. Okay. So, you guys with a failure, okay, it doesn't prevent insects, rain, or unpleasant. So you guys are, you could still rest and make your daily, but you guys are exposed to dysentery. So you get your spells and everything, but you guys feel ill, and I would like a saving throw of fortitude, please. Because we're about to explore.
This is a disease, not a poison, right?
This is a disease.
Yeah, so my potion will not protect you against this. Sorry, guys.
These you can roll because I've asked for them openly.
Oh, 17.
18.
I always have better rolls when I spin it like this.
Looking for
Look at that spin.
looking for 19, boys.
Look at it go.
That's him running in a circle looking for a place to go to.
19, there we go.
Looking for a place to go potty. Who am I missing?
I gave you a secret roll, so you just use that one.
I got a 13.
Okay.
Cleric don't feel good.
Okay. So, everyone, sorry with your 12, Stefan. Everyone except for Lobrak. Okay. You guys, this second night, right? You guys don't quite camp so well. And then when you guys start the next hex, okay, not quite yet. You guys are going south, or are we going southeast?
I'm gonna continue going south again.
Okay. We continue trotting south. We search, we ping magic, we're looking for tracks. We do find a bit more open area, as you can see here. Okay, now the jungle recedes from thick jungle to more of, I won't say it's sparse, but we're getting closer to the river. So there's like fields and thick grasses and, you know, that kind of thing. It's still nasty and slowing and whatever, but, you know, the giant canopy over your head recedes a bit with some open ground. Can I have our survival checks in secret from our trackers, please? You guys find tracks heading to the southwest, so down off to the left, parallel to the river. And
What kind of tracks?
small little feet. Something almost akin to our goblin, but he has more toes. And his little overhung little clawy toenails aren't as pronounced as these.
That's the best title for Lobreck ever. Lobreck the Overhung.
Okay, well, I'm going to point the tracks out to the rest of the party and ask if they would like to investigate or continue on the way we went before.
And this would be a tomorrow decision, because you guys have searched around and it's like, this is what you've turned up. You know, we're getting to the end of the second day.
Conglomerating at our local.
Yeah.
Let's see if we built the tent properly party.
So it's the end of the second day, or a day since we failed our check. And several of you have contracted the disease known as dysentery, all but Lobrak. Day 1, stage 1, you guys are sickened for a day. So everybody, except Lobrak, everyone's fatigued again and has to get a full night's sleep to get rid of that. But the rest of you guys have the sickened condition for a day. Joe.
Yep.
Please tell me that does not affect spellcasting.
Nope, but with sickened, you can try to, gag on your finger to get a immediate saving throw with the penalty to get rid of the sickness. Because sickness is -1 on everything.
Okay.
And if you get that with -1 on top.
Barfing will not cure a disease. Like the sickened condition, if there's certain way, like I could say, like if you like drink something, it makes you sick, I would allow that. But you guys have contracted a disease, just emptying your guts before you empty your bowels, because that's what this disease does to you. I'll give you a bonus on your next saving throw for stage 2, sure. If you guys want to try and
that's
get, you know,
that's what I meant. So
yeah.
I think he was just flavorizing the mechanic.
Well, no, I think he was thinking of something more specific, like, you know, because the second condition you can get from inhaling, from drinking, from.
This is the poopy party now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, can you roll for Reyna? Reyna's exposed to all this stuff too. Nothing like a sick wolf with dysentery.
Oh God.
You wanted
Reyna.
it? Aren't you glad the gorilla's not here, Matt? Huh?
So there's still a 5-foot
19
wide
for Reyna.
flaw through the
Says-
jungle, but now there's a dividing line.
No,
snail
it just veers to the right. It just veers to the right, and that's where you choose not to follow the path when those little cuts to the right go. You know, okay. We're just gonna chop through straight ahead till the path picks up again. We're not gonna follow off to the right. Okay, so Reyna actually makes it with her 19. Alethea, Al. Oh, I'm missing. No,
I haven't rolled my.
well, that was from yesterday. Like, it's just catching up with you now, because it takes a.
Oh, okay.
like,
I see what you're saying.
so you guys rolled, and then the onset is a day, which I, you know, just trying to make it more. Cause we're talking about it, so I was like, okay, here we go. So anyway, I will ask for the fortitude saves now, as the onset comes, because we're pretty bad with my onset time. Like, I went from like too late to like now I'm like
All
too
right,
soon.
Too soon. Secret dice. I don't know.
But you
I don't know what
you
happened.
know you have dysentery.
No, I know.
Okay.
Secret dice to know whether or not it's getting worse.
Oh, okay. All right. No, these guys are just rolling outwards.
Yeah, I got a 23.
21.
I don't have Niles in the thing here, so I can't. analyze them.
Yes. It's 17 minus 1 because I'm sickened, so that's a 16. So that I know what that is.
Yeah, I guess minus 1 be 22.
Okay.
Do I need to make another one?
No, you didn't get it. And again, you guys are getting the horse for the cart because we haven't done the campsite thing, so you don't know. Well, actually, they have to because they have it. Okay, so end of day 2. Try and keep this in order here. It's time to camp again. Survival checks, please, with aids. I mean, with aid another.
I don't think we've hit that stage yet, Jeff.
Hepatitis C.
Went from dysentery to AIDS.
I'm actually curious. Like, this is the game mechanic version of like the real life.
Brunch? Yeah.
Yeah, that's not Google.
That's chat.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Jeff. I'll stop. That's mean.
Dysentery, an infectious disease marked by the inflammation and ulceration of the lower part of the bowels, with diarrhea that becomes mucus and hemorrhagic. Hemorrhagic. So your bowels swell up from the inside, and you poop so much you could even give yourself hemorrhoids. Well, this sounds
No,
fun.
hemorrhagic. That means you're bleeding.
It's like there's like
lots of blood.
Hemorrhaging. Yeah, hemorrhaging. Sorry.
yes.
Okay.
No, hey, it's
Common
okay.
fun.
I thought hemorrhoids at first too, and then I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense.
No,
Oh, yeah,
no,
you're
Jeff.
bleeding
We don't want to get
bowels.
off easy. We want to bleed out our asses. Okay. Could have added a little cream, you know. Our alchemist could have whipped something up, but you should have kept me in the dark, man. Now we're leaving a trail of blood. Welcome to new predators in the area, because now they'll be like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, but it's not blood. It's shitty blood.
I know.
Like,
Yeah, but predators
anything that's coming for us is freaking desperate.
predators are also attracted
Opportunists.
to
They
stool.
go after the weak.
They go after stool. It's like, oh, he's around here
And the
somewhere,
weak.
and he just ate, so he'll be full of fiber. You know. Anyway, speaking about weak, it's got like a weak episode, man. So let's have those survival checks, and they are in front of me. And dun 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 dun, learning from our lesson, you know, we patch the net, we clench the cheeks, we try not to eat too many fluids or solids or whatever you guys do.
Listen, lads and lassies, I cannot stress how important this is. The latrine is over there.
By Bush 1 or Bush 2?
Oh, I kind of got both, so
Lobrak's gone the other way. He's constipated. He's just having a rough time. So, now we are into day 4.
All right, we found those tracks. What are we supposed to do about that? Should we follow them, or should we just kind of be aware? Do you know what they were? Oh, powerful rangeress, you.
Nature check.
$16.
Al, I'll let you help with this with some of your lore.
Actually, are we still sickened from the good rest?
That you're not fatigued, but the sickened, yes, because we need to get into new saving throws, which I'm going to reveal.
Which lore should I be calling on? I've got a few.
The scaly kind.
The scaly dragon lore.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah. Something familiar about these.
Secret dice. I like this. It's kind of
small clawed footprints in pairs. Why is that familiar there, Al?
Oh, do there be dragons?
No.
Dragonlings?
No.
Dragonettes?
No.
Lizard?
We've never had dwarven prisoners before.
Oh,
Kobolds.
Yeah.
Kobolds.
Cobalt trash.
Kobolds.
The other fodder race besides goblins.
That stands to reason.
Oh, look.
What were their names again? I'm going to try to recall knowledge for their names.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll never forget their names. Never forget those names. Excuse me while I look them up.
Bish and Bash.
Before you do that, Joe, is there any way that we can actually help with saving for the disease for dysentery?
Yeah, we can use medicine to treat disease, but to get a success if you're already suffering a disease is kind of hard. But then it also takes 8 hours to treat a disease. This isn't treat wounds where you can just slap it on and be done. So if you want to spend a full day to treat one person,
Oh, yeah, because they're disease, like in bed and stuff, it would slow us to a crawl.
yeah,
To get your +2.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Maybe we'll push to the river, and if
do a cleanse.
yeah.
Drink this kale smoothie.
Can't sully the river like that.
Okay, so let's start. Let's start with Big Al's intelligence check. Or did you already put up here and I missed it?
Right. So if we were talking about the prince, I got an intelligence check of 18.
Okay, here comes the names. Game chat.
Pib and Zarf.
Yep.
Okay. So I just so I've got them fresh in my head in case we do encounter some.
Okay. So it's the next day, and you guys are deciding whether to follow the tracks or just go south to the cleansing river.
South to the cleansing river. That's my vote.
I'd still rather go south.
Okay. I mean, it's only kobolds, right?
I mean, I like killing kobolds, but that's just
No,
me.
I like XP, says Aiden.
I'd rather not get into a fight until I'm not pooping blood.
That's true. Maybe,
That'd
Be
Yes,
healthy.
maybe the fight.
Like
we're gonna
at
do-
this point, I've given up on wearing pants.
Oh God!
Behind me.
It's just the robe, like, just all hangs out like a bathrobe in the morning, right?
You just better hope the wolf doesn't get hungry for sausage.
Oh, jeez. Actually, the wolf volunteers to scout far ahead because even
To scarf,
Yeah,
pardon me.
actually our 2 scouts are actually fine. She got 19 as well. So, so getting back to you guys doing like your second check, we're like day 2 of dysentery. Stage 2, you become fatigued and sickened for a day. Well, we're already fatigued. What happens when we double up on fatigue, Joe? For 2 different sources.
Nothing.
Oh, that's so fun. All right. Our fortitude results are Alethea.
As far as I know, it's nothing.
Yeah, Alethea, you make your saving throw. Okay. Now, you guys have, like, you're terrible with dysentery for like a day. Okay. If you fail, it gets worse. You're fatigued, you're sluggish, you're sickened, and like I said, when you're fatigued, if you guys wake up fatigued because it's the second day, then Al does not get spells, right?
Well, I haven't used any, so
Or Niles.
yeah. So we're still going off the foggy-headed memories of when we first started.
So Alethea, you feel better with your 21.
But I can't prep
Awesome.
potions, so sorry, guys.
Stefan, you also feel better with a 23. Elbrick and his secret roll squeaks a wet one by with a 19, feels better.
Boo.
And Niles got a fail.
Oh, finally.
Fail.
Fail because you got 6 plus your character floating in your head bonuses, right?
Yeah.
So now Niles doesn't feel good. So now I have to... Jeez.
Yeah, it's all good.
Removed, sickened. Remove, sickened. Lobrack's fine. Stefan, remove, sickened.
But the cleric is now fatigued.
Yes.
So the cleric is not a spontaneous caster, by the way.
Oh, that's true. You can't convert spells. Is there any sorcery that would work on that kind of...
Yeah, my sorcery spells I'm fine for that. It's the other ones, the important ones. They're gone.
What happened?
I'm
to
fatigued. I cannot do spells.
I thought you couldn't memorize them.
Yeah, but it's like arcane spellcasters, like the old way. They're gone, and then you replenish.
Oh, okay.
First on your daily prep.
Oh,
It's just not. You don't just keep them.
so same thing with the sorcerer. Even if he didn't cast them, they're gone.
Yeah. Well, with the sorcerer, they're replenished because he's just using slots.
But
It's
I'm just
not-
saying, if he was...
he doesn't have to
Now,
prep
luckily, Al made the save.
Yeah.
Because Matt's looking really worried here.
them. No, but even if Matt failed,
Yeah.
because he doesn't
Prep them. He doesn't pray.
replenish the same way as prepared spellcasters because he is spontaneous.
Okay. So you're saying he's
Yeah, it's kinda
he's
funny.
practed.
So
Protected from spellcasting fatigue, but not from...
he's
dysentery.
protected.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay. So we
So-
make it to the river with the cleric that's tapped out. is
Just a
basically-
mental note for anybody.
Okay. Can I have our tracking
I'm
survival checks to end off our
I'm
happy
still
day?
fine, but
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're fine. He's fine. Not true. Sorry, I said that out loud, didn't I?
you
you
did.
find tracks. They're booted. They're heavy. You'd swear they might be kin. Dwarven tracks. Think you might have gotten turned around there. Luckily, the elf beside you has a decent roll and just kind of like, just turns you.
Points you.
Yeah, this way is south, right? You go off in the bush, you deal with your dysentery, you come back. All right, let's go, lads. And oh, look, a field. No, wait a minute, we've been here. All right. So, getting to the last hex, which in the bottom has a river that has been described to you guys as 30 feet deep and anywhere from 200 feet to half a mile across in width. And we can swim across. Do you have a good swimmer? Play Folly Expert, because you guys could actually like tie off and play Folly Expert, and a good swimmer could bring you guys over. You guys could build a raft. You guys could do all kinds of things if you wish to cross this river, unless you wish to turn a different direction. But I guess we'll find out those good morning decisions in the next day. Can I have our last days tucked in? We found the river, but it was kind of an end of the day. Lobrack, Stefan Oakhart, and Alethea. With Stefan with a 10, which is a critical fail, and neither one of them being able to boost that up into a regular fail. We'll talk about a really crappy night and a shittier morning next time on the Elven Portal Podcast. Say good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
I don't think that's the portal we're talking about, Jeff.
Just want some crackers, something solid, something I can keep down.
And of course, the background's the burning Celtic ring.
burning.
I want put in #1 hit country single, Ring of Fire. Burn, 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 the Ring of Fire, the Ring of Fire. And that's all you'd get, so I'm not going to cue it up because you'll only get 6 seconds before, the estate sues me.
I've had a rough few days. Poisoned by arsenic, then dysentery.
Yeah.
I
Welcome
don't like jungle
The
life.
jungle sucks.
in the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games.
Why couldn't have that been my role for this?
Welcome to the jungle. We've got flaming rings.